Hello and welcome to Mishlei. I'm your host, Rabbi David Katz. We are in chapter 1, verse 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. A man of understanding will attain wise counsel. But we know better because we looked it up. And it's better to say wise counsel, tachbulut, is strategy, command, and mastery. And we will want to know, how is that different from the Musar Haskell, which is also wise counsel. You guys ready to start the English? So again, in the Hebrew, the wise man will hear and gather learning. He's looking for nuggets, right? Increasing wisdom, master of wisdom. The Navon. So we got a Chacham, a wise man, and a man of understanding, a Navon. Tachbulis Yikne. He's basically matter in the matter. He's making new things. He has a mastery, a command, and he has a strategy. He knows how to hear, to get insight. The wise man is just collecting whatever he finds. The real craftsman is the Navon. He, again, if you gave me 50 chicken wings right now to cut, can I get the job done? Type 1. But a craftsman could do it in a fraction of the time, and his hand won't be killing him afterwards because he knows how to hold the knife. He knows where the joints are. He knows how to cut. I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm hacking away, and you're lucky to get one piece of good meat, but I'll get the job done, right? So that's the Chacham versus the Navon. Okay. Now, how are we going to attack this? A wise man will hear and will increase. First of all, is that a good translation? Chacham Yishma, yeah. Yosef Lekach, yeah. Navon will attain wise counsel. Yeah, we're gonna take out wise counsel, and we're gonna have to look up counsel to understand how it's not Musar Haskell. Remember what Musar Haskell was in the previous verse. Man, that was so long ago. What was Musar Haskell? We gotta look that up. Hold on. We got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. What is on one foot Musar Haskell? Ready? Hiya Musar Asher Be'in. Sedek L'Mishpa Meishar Melo Gimel Noiflim Al Devar Alzeh L'Korov V'Echad. Yeah, right. That's right. Justin, can you please not put a glass of water next to my books because the cup sweats and I don't want to get my books wet? Type 1. That's Musar Haskell. Justin, shouldn't you have known better before I even asked you to not put your wet glass near my books? Shouldn't you have known just by the very fact that when you came in, you had to take your shoes off? Type 1. All right, Justin, from now on, seriously, whenever I ask you what Musar Haskell is, please help me refer to that. That is wise counsel. John, you cop that? Wise counsel. So when I have a scowl on my face when you walk in my home, you know don't do anything stupid. Correct. Type 1. Right? You're learning how to rule with the punches, anticipate. That's wise counsel. Now, the man of understanding who's listening, he's also going to attain wise counsel. But that's not what he's doing here. He is attaining methodology of how to become more attuned. And yes, he will have wise counsel when it's done. Now, we said the word understand in the previous verses. Let's go ahead and look at that as well, because it's all about understanding. See that? Ladas chachma umusar lahavin imrei bina. See, you only get wisdom through the mashal to understand words of understanding, to take musar haskell. So what are you doing? Shlomo's saying, what are you doing if you're not hearing wise counsel? Sedek mishpat meshar l'tei l'batayim arma l'nar das mazima yishma chacham v'yislechav and avodah b'uz yichne. So here's a trick question. You guys want a trick question? You want a trick question? Lehavin mashul melitza divrei chachamim v'chidoisim. Oh, so the very next verse, it goes back to Lehavin. Is this one long teaching of Solomon? If so, you need understanding to get the musar. So if you're an avon, you develop strategies to get the musar. And if you're successful, you have wise counsel. Our English is assuming it's one long sugya. Our problem with that, why does it say then navon? It should say musar haskell yikne. It says tachbulas yikne. So we want to know, why did Solomon put a weird word in the flow? You see my question? So Solomon is not only interested in you understanding to improve your character, is he? He wants you to understand the words of the rabbis. He wants you to fear God. He wants you to understand for musar. He wants you to become cognitive. But you can argue it's one long thread. He only wants you to improve your character. So there's our English version, and there's our version. Now, this is a very interesting space that we're at, I would say. You hear my point? Is Proverbs a book only of improving your character? For example, Justin, do you work? One could argue your entire reason for working is to bring home money. Or you could say money is part of your job, and part of your job is, call it learning life skills. Maybe you like who you work with. Maybe you like working. But would you work for free? Maybe not. I don't know. You see how it's like you can't deny the fact that you get paid, Justin, but you can't deny the humanity either. So we're at a crossroads in Mishlei. On one hand, the goal of life is to improve your character, type 1. At the same time, what's more important, Justin? Improving your character or the wisdom that you got in order to improve your character? What's more important, Michael Jordan's $1 billion or the fact that Michael Jordan got to see the world while playing basketball? You hear my point? Was the point of life that the bird got the worm, or just by experiencing being a bird? The English here took one course of action, and it's not wrong. We chose another course of action Because Solomon put that word in there, tachbulot. It's going to be something very interesting to look forward to as we continue. Why else would Shlomo have put that word in there? What else could Shlomo have meant? And I mean that, I'm not asking that rhetorically. I'm literally asking. If it is the same idea of improving your character, why did he choose to call it tuchbulot? Okay. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. A man of understanding will attain wise counsel. You guys, let's meditate on this for a little bit, okay? Just say it, look at it, read it, say it to yourself, meditate. Ready? Go. We want to find out where are we going with this. You know what I want to look up? You know how you say, Rabbi Katz, what do you think of Justin Becker? Type 1. Well, book-wise, Justin's pretty good, but I'm making this up, Justin, right? But time-wise, Justin's always late, and he doesn't have a good sense of time. Time-wise, he's not too good, but book-wise, Justin's pretty good. Type 1. So what do you think about this, guys? A-wise. How do you like that word? A-wise. What is A-wise? A-wise, man will hear. If I said, John, book-wise, you're pretty good, but time-wise, you're not too good. Type 1. Type 1. I'm making it up, but type 1. So you hear how I'm using the word wise. Time-wise, book-wise. Type 1. So don't say time-wise. Call it A-wise. You hear where I'm going with it? What is the concept of A-wise? You hear where I'm going with that? It's a nice way of saying, what does the word A mean? 1 or 2? You with me, John? It's abstract. It is abstract. But we can't look at this verse straight because it's too obvious and simple and reiterating what we've already done. And I'm going under the impression that Solomon's giving us a big chiddush. You ready? We're going to look up the meaning of the word A. Have you ever looked up the meaning of the word A? Noun, the first letter of the English alphabet, a graphic representation of this letter, a speech counterpart of orthographic. You know what? I got it. I got the power. Ready? Yishma Chochem v'Yosef Lekach. So the Hebrew doesn't say Yishma HaChochem or Yishma et HaChochem. There is no A in the Hebrew. It just says Yishma Chochem. The Hebrew doesn't need the A. You copy what I'm telling you? It's almost like saying, in a weird way, like dogs will hear instead of a dog will hear, except it's singular and not plural. You copy what I'm telling you? Imagine if you were to say, dog will hear. And in Hebrew, you can say that. Yishma chacham. So the English has a problem with that. The English doesn't like that kind of grammar. It wants to say, a dog will hear. In Hebrew, the word yishma comes first. Will hear. Yishma chacham. Wow, that's interesting meditation right there. That's interesting, just to play with that idea. Yishma chacham. Yishma chacham. Yeah, you see, do you sense that we're getting into the holiness of the language now? This is not a sentence like with grammar and syntax. It's just saying Yishma chacham Yosef lekach. It's all ikr. It's just will hear, chacham, and add learning. It doesn't need those little extra little things. So the English, it doesn't like that. English is not a holy language. And it wants to say, a wise man will hear. Again, what are we seeing here, Justin? You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to change it. We're changing it. We are writing it well. This is poorly written. That's the answer. John, that's the answer. It's poorly written. Bobby frequently came to class a little bit too late, and Mrs. Johnson was often upset at little Billy. Type 1. Type 1. Type 1. Hello. So let's go ahead and rewrite the sentence. Ready? According to proper Hebrew. Yishma chacham v'yosef lekach. Will hear will stay. A wise man is not the right word. What does the yud indicate in front of future tense or causative? Yishma chacham. This is a good challenge. We're writing this tight. This is a very good challenge here. Yishma chacham. I hear it in my head. It's coming down. I'm getting this. Hold on a second. This is very interesting. Yishma chacham v'yosef lekach. Look at that. What do you think of that? Don't say a wise man will hear. Say wise men will hear. Is that tight or what? That is elements of style. Wise men will hear. That is how you write it. That's how you say it. Wise men, because people think men is plural. It isn't. That's it. There's no doubt. Wise men will hear. A wise man will hear. There's no confidence there. There's total doubt, that no confidence. Wise men will hear. That's a powerful statement. Wise men will hear. Wise men will hear. And will increase learning. Wise men will hear and will increase learning. Here's your sentence. Wise men will hear and will increase learning. Wise men will hear and will increase learning. I thought so too, but it's a future tense over there. Yeah, it's and v'yosef, and will add. Will increase. I think you need that second will. Wise men will hear and will increase learning. No, you know what? No, I'm going to take that back. Here, watch this. Wise men will hear and learning will increase. Well, I like that. How's that for the Iker learning rewriting of this elements of style? Wise men will hear and learning will increase. How you like that? John, what do you think about that? Wise men will hear and learning will increase. Wise men will hear and learning will increase. See, people that write the Torah in English, they're not thinking of elements of style. That's where you get this Lafib Shuto stuff. They're not thinking of making it tight. And like you said, Justin, there's too much doubt in there. Wise men will hear and learning will increase. Wow, that's hardcore right there. That is hardcore. Here, watch this. Watch this. We're gonna make our first meme here. This class is turning into a little bit of a different thing. All right, but watch this. You ready? You guys ready for this? Give me a minute here. Hold on a second. Watch this. Let's do, let's see. What are we going to do here? Let's go ahead and do it like this, and a little bit like that, and a little bit like this, and a little bit like that. And like that, and like this, and like that, and like this, and like that. All right, now, how do we call this again? Wise men will hear and will increase learning. Wise men will hear. Like that. White writing with extra shadow, and we'll make a nice font. Which font should we do? I like that font right there. Wise men will hear. Let's go a little bit like that. Wise men will hear what I say and will increase learning. Wait a minute. And learn and learning. Yeah, I like learning. Wait. Why is it here? And learning will increase. Yeah, learning will wait a minute. And learning will increase. There you go. And learning, wise men will hear and learning will increase. Okay, ready for my creation here? You guys ready? What do you think? We made a meme with proper English. Wise men will hear, and learning will increase. What do you think, Justin B? Did we do it justice? All right. So that's our repair for today. Do we need to do any definitions? Let's see here. I like where we're going with this, though. You know what we're going to do now, Justin B? We're changing the Mishlei class. We found our mazel. Okay? When we do the English, if we need to look up words, we will. But our goal is going to be to rewrite the meme. How do you like that? We're going to rewrite Mishlei, guys. That's what we're doing. Justin, if I forget that, remind me. But that's what I want to do. That's right. I want to rewrite Mishlei in English. So we're going to learn it right in Hebrew. And we're going to read the English. If the English is right, we don't need to fix it. And we'll just go right into the dictionary. But boy, if it's not right, we are going to go ahead and do a tikkun on the English and write it elements of style. That's all for this week. Check the meme on Facebook. If anyone has a different nusach or girsa you want to do, let me know. But right now, I think this is our little based in here is settled on wise men will hear and learning will increase. And then we'll do the second part of the verse on next Tuesday. And we'll take into account the change of words. Tachbulas and Musar Sechel. Thank you for listening. Be well.